As a rogues gallery of leftists, radical unionists, malcontents, misfits, millionaire celebrities, and assorted hangers-on continue to literally occupy Wall Street and spur copycat movements elsewhere, including here in Virginia, it seems that the message they are sending is so muddled as to be almost incoherent, and the blame they are so quick to assign is entirely misplaced. Now, the true radicals in the bunch, the hardcore leftists who are proud to hang out and yell vicious slogans for days on end without even the thought of a shower, are interested in nothing less than tearing down our entire capitalist system, which they see as corrupt and evil, and replacing it with a full-blown Cuban-style socialist utopia. Nothing new there. It's the rest of these protesters who are so perplexing. They seem so confused, some railing against the wealthy, others against the banks, corporations, the Federal Reserve, and other individuals and institutions in a target-rich environment. These people are the byproducts of this administration's ever-expanding demonization of the productive elements of our society and outright class warfare. Well, here is the unvarnished truth related to this nihilistic rage against the machine. The economic, fiscal, and employment quagmire we're in can be traced directly to the housing market that built a house of cards that eventually collapsed and led to the economic meltdown of 2008. We can argue about whether to blame the banks who tantalized customers with subprime mortgages, or the people who swallowed more than they could chew in signing on to them. But one thing is clear. It was the federal government that put a full-court press on the banks to make these reckless loans. Despite multiple warnings from the Bush administration about the impending insolvency of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Barney Frank and his House colleagues continued to push the envelope. We must always remind ourselves that Fannie and Freddie represent the privatization of profits and the socialization of risk, not free market capitalism. So blame the government, the legislators who voted for their dreams and schemes, but not capitalism. And it's becoming increasingly clear this movement is being used by the president and his leftist cohorts to whip the left-wing Democratic base into a frenzy. This is how desperate they've become. And please remember this. My opponent, Tim Kaine, was one of the first major politicians to endorse Mr. Obama and mailed in the last year of his governorship in order to become chairman of the Democratic National Committee, where he passionately defended every single policy and program of this disastrous administration. Indeed, if you like Barack Obama and the Occupy Wall Street movement, you'll love Tim Kaine. The fact that he is not being defeated in the polls, that he's actually ahead of George Allen in the polls, says all you need to know about George Allen.